Hi everyone, welcome to the final Walk University. We are so excited for you to join us today. Today we will be talking about the best of the past few weeks. So our agenda today will be updates from the 2020 walk, our fundraising highlights, ideas and tools for companies and big teams, and of course prep tips for walk day success since it's right around the corner. Right, so for the 2020 updates, as I'm sure you know already, our theme this year is that the walk is everywhere. So although the world may look a little bit different lately, us fighting finding the cure for Alzheimer's disease hasn't been on hold. So this year, from downtowns to small towns, we're encouraging everyone, including individuals, their teams, and families, to walk in their communities. Just a little overview of what the differences are for next year. Last year in 2019, you were able to pick up your t-shirts at Bank Day. This year, they'll be mailed directly to you, so make sure that your addresses and t-shirt sizes are updated 4 weeks prior to your walk day. Last year, the champions were celebrated on Walk Day. This year in 2020, you will be celebrated on Walk Day as well. However, you'll also be celebrated during wraparound events, and you will also receive your items in the mail. In 2019, we had a Walker-built Promise Garden at each event. This year, we will have a pre-planted site that is drive-by only. Last year, we, of course, celebrated and had our symbolic imagery of Promise Garden flowers. This year, we will have flags that are sent to you. Last year, we had a step and repeat where teams could take their own photos. This year, you were able to send a photo to be a part of a Promise Garden mosaic. Last year, you would drop off your money at a bank night, but this year we will be doing a curbside drop-off, so please pay attention to your walk websites and Facebook pages for any updates. Last year in 2019, we also had on-site walk day booths with our sponsors, the Alzheimer's Association table that had information about programs and other upcoming events. And this year, all of that will be featured on the Walk Main Stage webinar platform. And to get started on the fun part, my name is Marissa Barnes, and I am the Senior Walk Manager for the Northwest Suburban and Fox Valley Walks in the Illinois chapter.
And my name is Mary DeMars, and I'm the Walk Director for the Chicago Walk, also part of the Illinois chapter.
So during this segment, I would just like to talk about some of my best practices that I have found very helpful while fundraising. First and foremost, it is important to register and self-donate. So if you have not already, please do so. Or if you would like to recruit more team members or have other friends that are interested in starting their own team, they can do that as well. Once you register, you can log into your participant center dashboard. And as you can see, there are different tabs of each page of how you can send an email, you can start your Facebook fundraiser, you can see your progress in fundraising, and you also have a segment for tools and tips on how to do at-home fundraising, which will be discussed later on in the program. Another important thing is launching the Facebook Fundraiser app. This is a great way to expand your network and have everyone still donate to you virtually without having to be there in person. Another important thing is downloading the Walk mobile app, and this will be talked about more in depth later, but this will be a great start to your fundraising, as well as learning what new and exciting things will be happening with your local walk.
So ways to start fundraising, I think the key takeaway is just fundraise by doing what you love. Show your talents. If you love to craft or create masks, create an Etsy store and donate the proceeds from your sales to your walk page. If you like to teach a class, yoga, Zumba, knitting, you can do all this virtually. Another idea is virtual game nights. Have them make a donation to enter, or maybe even just have them make a donation in general. Create a challenge week. Fun one might be if you are really into running or preparing for a race, have people charge per mile, or it could be even swimming or biking. Virtual happy hours such as or tea parties, have people pay to participate. Another way is Dine to Donate. There are restaurants that are willing to donate a portion of their proceeds towards your walk page or the walk in general. It's just a matter of asking. And then I think just the key takeaway is just be creative. There's a senior community that is getting donations for mascots by making socially distant visits with residents and their families. So yeah, just be creative and find what you love and figure out a fundraiser.
Thank you, Mary. My name is Katie Griffin, and I am the walk manager for Heartland, Kokomo, and Terre Haute in the Greater Indiana chapter. And I've been with the association for almost 2 years now.
Hey everyone, Julie Moore. I'm the walk director for the Indianapolis Walk to End Alzheimer's with the Greater Indiana chapter, and I've been with the organization for about 2.5 years. So as you're thinking about getting started with your company team or your large team, an important aspect is thinking about how you might launch that team and share out with potential team members that you're doing the walk and inviting them to engage with that. So on the screen, we've outlined a couple of ideas on how to get started. So one of the really successful and popular ideas is a lunch and learn. So you can work with your staff partners in your local office to coordinate all the logistics. But basically, one of our staff members or volunteers can do a virtual presentation of one of our education programs, and we can build in talking points about your walk team as we start the program and wrap up the program. So we would definitely want to incorporate your team captain or your leadership at your company or large team to do a mission moment. And then at the end of the program, once folks have learned about the signs and symptoms of Alzheimer's or healthy living for a brain and body, the kind of call to action at the end of the program could be an invitation to the walk team. So think about that as you're starting your recruitment. And then the other idea is an email rollout, right? So it's important to tell people what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how to do it. So we have an example on the screen of what an email invitation could look like, or a rollout could look like. So it starts off by talking about the Walk to End Alzheimer's and what it is, and then there's the invitation to join with 3 steps, and those kind of mirror exactly what Marissa talked about earlier. Register, lead with a self-donation to show your personal investment, and then tell others. And a great way to do that is through the Facebook fundraiser. And then there's also a note down at the bottom, like if you can do nothing else, maybe, an invitation to make a donation. So, and then there's the why at the bottom as well. So again, if you need help crafting a template like this, or you need help with your special link to your team page or anything like that, lean into your staff partner and we'll be happy to help you get started on a lunch and learn and or an email rollout for your team. I'm going to turn it over to Katie now to talk about some fundraising ideas for your company and large team.
Great, thanks, Julie. So once you have launched your team and you've recruited all of your members, what you'll want to do is start planning your fundraisers. So we've outlined a few ideas here for you. The first one is a giving garden. And this is something that the Greater Indiana chapter put together last year. And it is really a great fundraiser to give your Walk to End Alzheimer's fundraiser a big boost and raise awareness for your walk team. It's an easy opportunity to engage people within your network that maybe don't necessarily want to join your team, but they want to be supportive. So you can do this in your office, you can do it at a school, place of worship. And basically what it is, we have people order a kit that we had put together And the kit is comprised of flowers and then also envelopes. And so basically what you'd want to do is create a display similar to what you see on the screen. And actually you can do it on a poster board or you can do it up on a wall, whatever works for your business. And then as you put it together, you'll put the flowers up, and then on each flower you will have an envelope that has a number on it. So anywhere from 1 to 50 or 1 to 100. And then donors can pull the envelope and decide if they want to give $1, they want to give $5, or maybe they want to give that $100. They can then put their name on the flower. So the flower then will be showing on your display, and they can put their name or maybe the loved one that they are walking for. As far as their donation goes, very simple. They can put their donation right in the envelope and then give it to the designated person, or they can go online and donate to your walk team right on the website. So this is really a great way to engage people who want to participate in some way, but not necessarily walk. And you can earn a lot of money once all of your envelopes are gone and your garden is displayed, anywhere from $1,200 to over $5,000, depending on how many envelopes you want to put up. So that is one that we found to be very successful. Another idea is Cutest Pet Contest. I know a lot of pet owners love their pets and they think they're the cutest, so why not encourage that with your staff? So have your staff bring in a picture of their cute dog or cat or whatever it might be, and set up, again, a display, and then put jars in front of each one. Whoever gets the most donations would then would be the winner of the contest, and then all of the dollars earned could go to your walk team. Pie in the face. This is a fun one, setting it up for a big team or at your company. You could select maybe some of the higher level staff to participate in this, maybe the president, vice president, or some of your directors, and then staff could give donations to the person that they want to get the pie in the face. So then it's really a fun idea if you want to get everyone together, maybe at a staff meeting or something like that, to finalize the contest and give the pie in the face. The next one is Casual for a Cause. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this, where you give a donation so you can wear jeans on Friday or something along those lines. Bake sales are always great and easy for those who like to bake. One that's becoming more popular are the food trucks. And so if you wanted to organize a food truck fundraiser, you could ask them to come at the lunch hour or even after work, just depending on what works best for your organization, and then negotiate a percentage of sales to go toward your walk team. Coin wars, a lot of times this is big in schools, but you can also use this in companies as far as doing a coin war between departments, perhaps. Easy to do, put out a jar, everyone brings in their coins and donates, and whoever earns the most dollars then wins the contest, and all of the coins go toward your walk team. And then one that's really popular lately and actually a lot of fun, cut your hair for a cause. Or it could be dye your hair for a cause, or shave your beard, or whatever it might be, something along those lines. So you'll see the example here. These fraternity brothers, they actually did, theirs was called 10K in a day, and they wanted to raise $10,000 in one day, and if they were successful, they would shave their heads. And so as you can see from the pictures, they were successful and they did shave their heads. So a lot of people enjoy that and they get on board, especially, you know, if they are excited to, you know, make fun of their friends or see them do something funny. So that's just a fun way to raise some money for your team. And so hopefully some of those ideas, will speak to you, and they're pretty easy to implement. So thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Katie. That was really cool to see those two pictures because I didn't realize that those were the same guys. That was pretty wild, and a great fundraiser. So we are going to talk about walk day prep and best practices for being ready for a walk day. My name is Molly Hogan. I'm a walk manager in the Greater Kentucky and Southern Indiana chapter in charge of Ashland, Berea, Lexington, and Somerset.
Hello, and my name is Kelly Sturgeon. I'm a walk manager also for the Greater Kentucky and Southern Indiana chapter, and I oversee Bowling Green, Kentucky, Owensboro, Kentucky, Jasper, Indiana, and Elizabethtown, Kentucky. So we will share with you some fun ways to get prepped. And I apologize, I have dogs with me.
So for the Walk to End Alzheimer's app, it's a great multifunctional tool. This year it's getting a revamp where you can track your steps. So since we are walking everywhere, typically our walks are, the 1 mile or 2 mile loop, you can track your steps through the app. So if you have not downloaded the Walk to End Alzheimer's app yet, a great tool to have, because not only can you, again, track your steps, you can send messages directly to your teammates, to potential donors, and it has pre-crafted messages that you can send out through your social media channels, including Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Twitter. So all of those can be done straight from the Walk to End Alzheimer's app. And another great tool, a part of the app, is depositing your check directly through the app. And Kelly is going to touch on that a little bit more, but you can basically just as you would with your bank, you'll take your phone, hover it over your check, and your funds will be sent immediately to your Walk to End Alzheimer's fundraising page. And again, with the deadlines for getting your t-shirts in about 4 weeks prior to your walk, if you want to get the $100 to get your t-shirt for walk day, a great tool is to use that app to get it in there instantly.
Yes, and I apologize, this is the next one too as well. So it's like Molly was saying with the Active app, you can connect it to the Apple Watch and be able to actually track those steps easier. But like Molly said, the direct deposit is very easy. It's just like how you would with your bank. So we highly recommend that you utilize this feature and be able to encourage your other teammates to also download it, specifically so that they can join in on the walk day items, but really it's very easy to deposit your checks. Another great way that we want to make sure you can process your funds this year and be hands-free is utilizing your walk page. So encouraging people to go and directly donate to your page and making sure you reach that $100 mark to earn your t-shirt. And of course, you can still mail checks in. On the screen, we do have the recommended location, and we will be able to have that available in the future, because I know the image right now, it's Chicago, Illinois with the zip code. So please send those checks with either the contributing tracking form, which that's actually great if you have one person who has multiple checks that they need to get credited for. You can utilize that, or you can use on the team credit split form, which is wonderful to use if you have, say, a $10,000 check that you need to split between multiple people on your team. And of course, if you have individuals who do turn cash in to you and they want maybe a receipt, you can actually locate the cash donation receipt as well. And these are all listed on the Participant Center under the Tools and Tips tab. So there's, if you can't locate these and you need assistance with how to make sure you're turning your funds in correctly, it's getting credited to your team, please reach out to one of your local walk managers and make sure you're doing everything correctly, because we want to make sure you are getting funds directly processed. And of course, if you haven't been able to tune in before, we have 4 of our already previously recorded items. They're going to be on a YouTube channel. So we'll be sure to share those for each local walk chapter page on social media. Make sure that you have access throughout walk season, that you can be able to tune in, learn about best practices and how you can fundraise and recruit this year. And of course, if you ever have any questions and not sure who to reach out to, of course, go with your walk manager. We will be here for you. We know it's a very changing time, so please, no question's a bad question. We're here to help. Want to make sure you have a great season with us. And again, thank you so much for being a part of the Walked End Alzheimer's. We greatly appreciate your support. Thanks to you all, we are able to keep moving that one step further to having the first survivor. So continue to do the great work you do, be advocates, and we can't wait to see you at the walk virtually. Hope you all have a great day, and thank you so much.